This is Dr. Augustine from Health Solutions Plus, and I want to welcome you to our stream today. And I'm going to go over a really important question with you that tends to be a fairly common question. And as you can see above, has your thyroid been removed? And if so, do you still feel symptoms? I just got off the phone with one woman from Connecticut who this was the case. And I also just got on my phone um, a comment from Claire. And what Claire had to say was basically that she's been like this for 25 years. That's a long time. And it's only gotten worse for me, she puts. I had to have my complete thyroid gland removed in 2009. So that's several years ago. And it's only gotten worse since then. And I bet you she was promised that it would get better, if I had to guess at that. So she says, good luck to those of you who are just starting the thyroid journey. So I want to answer that for you, Claire, and also another patient that I just got off the phone with from Connecticut. Let's start with this. The most common reason why patients are told that they need their thyroid removed is due to two separate things. The first one being thyroid nodules. And the most common cause of that is due to autoimmune thyroid, Hashimoto's thyroid. Some of you have not even been tested for that before, and if you haven't, go to your doctor and ask that you be tested for it. They may give you some hassle, they may give you a little bit of pushback, but you deserve it. It's your right to have the proper testing done. And two tests that you want to make sure that you have for that are TPO antibodies, again TPO, and the other one is TBG, so Tom, Boy, George, thyroid binding globulin is what it stands for. So those are the two main tests that you want to have with any type of, to be tested for Hashimoto's or autoimmune thyroid. So the other reason why people have their thyroid removed is due to cancer. Okay, and that's certainly understandable. So your doctor would run, some blood test or probably would do an ultrasound due to nodules that are typically found within the thyroid. So if they suggested that for you, your doctor, your primary, your endocrinologist, go get it. It's an important thing to do because you want to rule that out, and it'll give you peace of mind that everything is good. So go get that test done. Now, if you've had all those things done, and maybe you've had your thyroid removed, yet you still continue to be tired, maybe you still continue to have hair loss, lack of libido, digestive problems, skin issues, waking up and feeling tired in the morning, and you don't really feel like doing much. Maybe you even have a loss of ambition for life. A lot of women have that, where they used to be, have a lot of energy for relationships, for their job, for hobbies, and now it's like, I don't really care. It really doesn't matter what's going on. So in those cases with thyroid issues and that you've had your thyroid removed, there's still help. There's still things that you can do, but you have to start doing things differently. You can't keep doing the same exact thing and expecting different results. So if it is cancer, if it is even Hashimoto's or things like that, they are both autoimmune conditions. And that's my main point here. They're both autoimmune conditions. And what you have to do in cases like this is to discover what the triggers are to these autoimmune problems. And until that happens, that same autoimmune response that attacked the thyroid in the first place is going to cause problems in other areas of the body. Now, if nobody's ever talked to you about this before, this is a key thing. You can't just keep doing just your basic, blood work, because it's not going to reveal or correlate with how you're feeling. For instance, the lady that I just got off the phone with from Connecticut, she was mentioning that her TSH is a 0.9 right now. She had her thyroid removed due to cancer, and they're still measuring TSH, which is fine, but she's at 0.9, which would put her into the hyperthyroid, yet she has no symptoms of hypothyroid or hyperthyroidism, which would be tons of energy. You can lose weight easily, and think of like a squirrel bouncing around, just can't sit still. She doesn't have any of those. Yet they continue to run the same test, year after year in her case. But if you're looking for a change, again, you have to do something different. And this is one of my frustrations. I've been in practice for 19 years now. And one of my frustrations 9 years ago was that blood work we were doing would not correlate with patients that were coming in. And it would be a frustration to myself, it'd be a frustration to the patients, because guess what? I would say, oh, all your lab tests look normal. And I'm sure you've heard that before as well. And I understand that frustration. You have every right to be frustrated. But there are other options available. And one of the things that I did is I developed over the course of several years a test called the DNA U-print. And it's really what we're known for today. In this test, the DNA U-print identifies what the triggers are. It also tells us where are some other weak links in the body that are causing problems. Because it's usually not just a thyroid anymore. When you have autoimmune issues, other areas get involved. If you'd like to learn more about that, we can spend 45 minutes to an hour. If you look right above or below this video, you're going to see a link that you can register for our free thyroid webinar. All you do is have to register for it. It's totally free, but we do have a limited amount of seats with the service that we use, so it's first come, first serve, obviously. But hop on there and we'll spend 45 minutes to an hour. I'll be able to answer any questions that you may have. I usually don't get to all of them, but please understand that I do see them. I do go over them. And some of the more common questions I'm going to be sharing right on my, right on here on Facebook, YouTube, things like that, so that you can get these questions. And if one person has the question, there's a good chance that many more do as well. So look right above or right below this video to sign up for that webinar if that's something that interests you. But know that there's other options out there, even when you've had your thyroid removed. So hopefully we'll see you on our webinar if you're interested in pursuing this and kind of gaining some more knowledge. And then you can ask your doctor some better questions as well. Again, you can't go wrong with having some more information and more knowledge. And again, just go ahead and register. I'd love to have you on the call, and we'll talk again real soon. So take care.